Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss how to find basis for null A. Come on. The question is find basis for null A where A equal to 1, 0, minus 5, 1, 4. Second row minus 2, 1, 6, minus 2, minus 2, 0, 2, minus 8, 1, 9. For this matrix, we have to find the basis for null A. For this matrix, we have to find the basis for null A. Come on. Solution. Given A equal to, actually we have to find basis for null A. Basis for null A we have to find. Definition: basis for null A is the set of solutions of the matrix equation Ax bar is equal to 0 bar. Basis for null A is the set of solutions of the matrix equation Ax bar is equal to 0 bar. Come on, consider Ax bar is equal to 0 bar. Ax bar is equal to 0 bar. Come on, write matrix A first. 1, 0, minus 5, 1, 4, minus 2, 1, 6, minus 2, minus 2, 0, 2, minus 8, 1, 9. X bar, column matrix we have to write, equal to, we have to write again 0 matrix. Here actually matrix A is 3 rows, row 1, row 2, row 3, 3 rows, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns we have. Ax bar means product of the matrices have to satisfy. Nothing but number of columns of the matrix should be equal to number of rows of the second matrix. Number of columns of the first matrix should be equal to number of rows of the second matrix. Nothing but in second matrix 5 rows should be there. So X bar is the unknown column. Introduce 5 rows, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, 5 by 1, 5 rows and 1 column. And now the product of the matrix is 2 by 1. Sorry, we have 3 rows, and 5 columns, and we have to, this 2 should be equal, so we got 5 rows we got. Now the productant is 3 by 1, nothing but 3 rows and 1 column, that is 0 matrix, nothing but we have to write 0, 0, 0. So I constructed a matrix Ax bar is equal to 0 bar. I constructed a matrix Ax bar is equal to 0 bar. That's all. Once again listen. Given A is equal to, this is a matrix of 3 rows and 5 columns we have. This is a matrix of 3 rows and 5 columns we have. Now we have to find basis for null A. Basis for null A is a set of solutions of the matrix equation Ax bar is equal to 0 bar. Already we have A. We have to construct a matrix X bar. At the same time we have to construct one more 0 bar. So here already we have 3 rows and 5 columns we have. So obviously here 5 columns should be there. Sorry, 5 rows should be there. So I wrote 5 elements, I introduced it. X1, X2, X3, X4, X5. And it should be column wise. So 5 by 1. The productant is, the result one should be 3 by 1. 3 rows and 1 column. It should be 0 matrix. So we have to introduce 0, 0, 0. That's all. Now we have to solve to find x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. So we have to find 5 variable values, we have to find it. For this, we will consider a augmented matrix. Consider augmented matrix. Consider augmented matrix A0 bar. Consider augmented matrix A0 bar. Nothing but write matrix A and matrix 0 bar, leaving this X bar as single matrix. Augmented matrix is now right here. Augmented matrix is A0 bar A. 1, 0, minus 5, 1, 4, second row. Minus 2, 1, 6, minus 2, minus 2, third row. 0, 2, minus 8, 1, 9. A0 bar, right? 0 matrix also. 0, 0, 0, column we have. Now we have to solve this one by echelon form. First row, first element, second row, second element, third row, third element. We have to draw the diagonal line. Below this line, the elements we have to make it as a 0. Now continue. Here, first column if you see, 1 minus 2, 0 is there. We have to make below this 1, 2 elements as 0. Already this third position, third row already we have 0. I make second row element also 0. Minus 2 I make it 0. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So I multiply R1 with 2 times. R2 implies R2 plus 2 times of R1. Minus 2, I multiply here 2. Minus 2 plus 2 becomes 0. So first row as it is, right? 1, 0, minus 5, 1, 0. Now we'll write in the rough work R2 implies R2 plus 2 alone. Come and write second row as it is. Minus 2, 1, 6, minus 2, 0. 2 times of R1. First row multiply with 1 time. Sorry, my first row with 2 times you have to multiply. Come on, multiply with 2. 2 1s are 2. 0. Minus 10. 2. 2 4s are 8. 0. And here we have to add it. Plus 0. 1. Minus 4. 0. 6. Minus 2 plus 8. 6. 0. Come on, write second row as this. 0, 1, minus 4, 0, 6, 0. Third row as this. 0, 2, minus 8, 1, 9, 0. Again, first row, first element, second row, second element, third row, third element. Now see the second column. This position we have to make it 0. This 2 with the help of 1. So R3 implies R3, already 2 is there, I have to make it 0. 2 minus 2, 0. So R3 implies R3 minus 2, R2. So there is change in the third row. So write first row and second row as this. 1, 0, minus 5, 1, 4, 0. Second row 0, 1, minus 4, 0, 6, 0. Now third row is R3 minus 2 times of R2, right? Third row first. Third row is 0 minus 2, 0, 2, minus 8, 190. And second row we have to multiply with 2 times, we have to multiply. Come on, multiply with 2 times. 0, 1 2s are 2. Again 2 times, minus 8, 0, 12, 0. Now we have to subtract, we have to do it. Minus 0 no need, plus minus 0 2, okay, 0 2 plus 2, 1 minute. Actually here we have R3, we are multiplying second row with 2 times, we are multiplying 0 to 1 jar 2, this is 2. See, second row we have to multiply with 2 times. 0 to 1 jar 2, minus 8, 0, 12, 0. Yes, now we are doing subtraction. Minus 0, minus 8 plus 8, 0, 1, minus 3, 0. Come on, write as this. 0, 0, 0, 1, minus 3, 0. First row, first element, second row, second element, third row. Now, this echelon form is over. Now we will write again equations. We will go for equations. Come on, write the equations once. Already we know the 5 variables we have. Come on, write 1 into x1, 0 x2, minus 5 x3, 1 x4, 4 x5 equal to 0. Equation 1. Once again, 1 into x1, 0 x2, minus 5 x3, 1 x4, 4 x5 equal to 0. Second equation, 0 x1, 1 x2, minus 4 x3, 0 x4, 6 x5. 6 x5 equal to 0. Equation number 2. And now next, 0 x1, 0 x2, 0 x3, 1 x4, minus 3 x5 equal to 0. Equation number 3. Now I will solve these 3 equations. First third equation, x4 is equal to 3x5 over. Now I will go for equation 1, x1 minus 5x3, x4 we have, x4, 3x5 plus 4x5, 3 plus 4, 7x5, 7x5 equal to 0, or I can write x1 is equal to 5x3 minus 7x5, x1 is equal to 5x3 minus 7x5. Next, equation number 2. Equation number 2 is, I can write x2 value from that. Equation number 2, x2 equal to 4x3 minus 6x5. x2 is equal to, x2 equal 4x3 minus 6x5. So we got x4, x1, x2 we got in terms of x3, x5, x3, 5 and again x5. So I can write x4 and x3, x5 as free variables. Free variables. We'll see one by one. So I got here x4 in terms of x5, x1 in terms of x3, x5, x2 in terms of x3, x5. So I'll write let x3 is equal to k, x5 is equal to, x3 is equal to k1, x2 is equal to k2. Now write equation 1. I mean, first I'm writing x1. x1 is equal to 5x3, 5k1 minus 7k2. over x2. x2 is equal to 4k1 minus 6k2. We have x4. x4 equal to 3k2. Now we got all the values x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5. Come on, right. Now x bar is equal to x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. Now you can substitute all these values. x1 equal to, we have 5k1 minus 7k2. x2 is equal to 4k1 minus 6k2. x3 k1, x4 3k2, x5 k2 equal to, I will take k1 common, I will take k1, I am taking k1 is there in the first row, 5k1, so I will write 5. k1 is there here, 4. Here k1 coefficient is 1, k2 is, k1 is not there, k1 is not there, 0, 0 plus k2, count, take k2 common, k2 minus 7 minus 6 0 3 1. So we got two vectors which forms a basis for null A. We got two vectors which forms a basis for null A. Right? Therefore 5 4 1 0 0 comma, second one minus 7 minus 6 0 3 0 is the basis for null A. That's all. Is the basis for null A. So once again here see, we have to find basis for null A. We consider A x bar is equal to 0 bar. We have to get this x bar variable values, we have to get it. x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 we have to find it. For this we consider augmented matrix A 0 bar. We solved with the help of echelon form. Then we got x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 values in terms of k1 and k2. Nothing but we are getting two vectors, we are getting which forms a basis for null A. That's all. Come on, copy it. Now next topic is basis for column A. Basis for column A. Come on, see the question. Find basis for column A. Find basis for column A where A equal to 1 4 0 2 0 0 1 1 minus 1 0 4 zeros 1 and again all the zeros we have. We have to find basis for column A. Come on, right? We have to find basis for column A. Come on. Given A equal to, basis for column A nothing but we have to identify pivot columns, we have to find it. Pivot columns. If you observe here, 1 0 0 is the pivot column. One pivot we column. And one more here also, this is also pivot column. 0 1 0 0. And this is also pivot column. Clearly, first vector A1, second vector, third vector A3, A5. Clearly, A1, A3, A5 are pivot columns, are 3 pivot columns. Actually, pivot columns will give the basis for column A. Pivot columns will give the basis for column A. So the remaining two vectors we have to say they are dependent. They are dependent. Here A2 already have A2. What is A2? 4 0 0 0. This vector I can write as A2 is equal to, already have one pivot column 1 0 0, 4 times of A1. A2 is equal to 4 times of A1. So A2 is a dependent vector. A2 is a dependent vector. One more is there, A4. I am going to prove A4 also is a dependent vector. These two vectors I can remove it, and the remaining columns are independent columns, and already they have three pivot columns. They are independent. I am going to prove. And now A2 is dependent vector. Next, and we have A4. We have A4 equal to, come on, fourth vector we have 2 minus 1 0 0. 2 minus 1 0 0. I can write this one as 2 times of A1. 2 times of A1. 2 1 are 2. 0 0 0 we are getting. The difference is there here only minus 1. I can write minus A3. A4 is equal to 2A1 minus A3. Nothing but A4 is also dependent vector. A4 is also dependent vector. By spanning theorem, we can remove the dependent vectors so that remaining vectors will form a basis. Remaining vectors will form a basis or span. So once again continue. Given A equal to, we identified 1 0 0 0 as pivot column, 0 1 0 0 as pivot column, 0 0 1 0 also pivot column. Clearly A1 bar, A3 bar, A5 bar are 3 pivot columns, and 2 more columns left, A2 bar and A4 bar. A2 bar I can write 4 times of A1 bar, so A2 is dependent vector, and A4 bar is there, 2 minus 1 0 0 is there, so I can write A4 is equal to A1 bar minus A3 bar, so A4 bar is also a dependent vector. So A2 is a dependent vector, A4 is also dependent vector. I can discard it by using spanning theorem. Therefore, simply I can say the remaining vectors will span H. Come on, right? Therefore, S is equal to A1 bar, A3 bar, A5 bar spans. A1 bar, A3 bar, A5 bar spans. These 3 vectors are pivot columns. 3 pivot columns. 3 pivot columns. Therefore, I can say these vectors A1 bar, A3 bar, A5 bar are basis for column A. Basis for column A nothing but pivot columns only. Basis for column A nothing but pivot columns only. Here I got 3 pivot columns, nothing but which are independent. So simply I can say A1 bar, A3 bar, A5 bar are basis for column A. So it is very simple to find basis for column A. Simply find the pivot columns that pivot columns will becomes the basis for column A. Now write one more note point. One more note point. The pivot columns will form a basis for column A. The pivot columns will form a basis for column A. So to find basis for column A, just find the pivot columns. That's all. Now the next question is, let V1 is equal to 1 minus 2 3, V2 equal to minus 2 7 minus 9. Determine V1 V2 is a basis for R cube, V1 V2 is a basis for R square. Come on, write. Given. Here on writing. Actually this is practical third problem. Come on, write. Given V1 is equal to 1 minus 2 3, V2 equal to minus 2 7 9. Consider matrix A as V1 V2. Consider matrix A as V1 V2. V1 we have 1 minus 2 3, minus 2 7 minus 9. Now we solve with the help of echelon form to find pivot columns. First row first element, second row second element. We have to make down elements as 0. R2 implies R2 plus 2R1, and one more, this also we have to make it 0. R3 implies R3 plus 3R1 implies 1 minus 2 first row. Second row here seeing minus 2, and this we have to multiply with 2. Minus 2 plus 2 0, and this is 7, we have to multiply here 2 minus 4. 7 minus 4 3. Next R3 implies R3 plus 3R1 3. Again here multiply, here we have to do subtraction. 3 minus 3 0. Again here minus 9. Again you have to multiply here 3 minus 6 and do subtraction, becomes plus 9. Once here say multiply 3 minus 2 into 3 minus 6 minus 6 minus 9 minus of minus plus 6, so you are getting minus 3, we are getting 1 minus 2 0 3 0 minus 3. And again actually these two are same only we having, dependent to each other. I can write this one as 1 minus 2 0 3, and this R3 implies R3 plus R2 0 3 plus minus 3 0. We are getting 0 vector we got. Now we got only one pivot column we got. Only we got one pivot column only we got. But here is asking V1 V2 is a basis. No, V1 V2 is not a basis, or simply I can say V1 V2 does not span. Therefore here we got only one pivot column we got. Only one pivot column we got. So simply I can say V1 V2 does not span R cube. Whenever does not span, so simply I can say V1 V2 is not a basis of R cube. First bit is over. Once again here see. Actually we have the question, two vectors are given v1 and v2. Two vectors are given, v1 and v2. v1 equal to 1 minus 2 3, v2 equal to minus 2 7 minus 9. Determine v1 v2 is a basis. In order to say it is a basis, we have to see linearly independent and span. Linearly independent and span. And here also we have to say linearly independent and span. Not only this, we have to say one more, pivot columns we can say. If the pivot columns are existing, then we can say they are the basis. Okay. And now given our consideration we are doing A equal to v1 v2. I wrote v1 first matrix, first vector, second vector I wrote in matrix form. I tried for echelon form to get the pivot columns. I got only one pivot column only I got. But he is asking two vectors, he is asking. So two vectors does not span. If you are getting two pivot columns, I can say span, I can say. I am not getting two pivot columns, so simply I can say v1 v2 does not span R cube. Whenever does not span, simply I can say they are not the basis of R cube. And similarly, here we have three elements, we have 1 minus 2 3, but is asking for R square, is asking 2 dimensional asking, but we are having 3 dimensional we are having. So therefore I can say second one, v1 v2 does not belongs to R square. They are not only belongs to R square, so simply I can say v1 v2 does not form span. Does not form span. Whenever they does not form span, I can say they are not the basis of R square. Are not basis for R square. They are not the basis for R square. Come on, once check it. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the interactive class. So very simple to find basis for. Simply find the pivot columns. If pivot columns are existing, then directly we can say they are the basis. That's all.